in these last few weeks, though, the objective was to improve the defense and to fortify that. And in terms of getting the two players, Grossman in particular, how much will that help Brizgalov?
That'll help with the guys in front. I mean, there was a lot of open ice in front. The bizarre thing was the goals that were being scored had nothing to do with people left out. And they were these soft, terrible goals. But they did have to clean up their own end, especially on the penalty kill.
Yeah,
they did that.
I thought not necessarily leaving it open, but the traffic was allowed to go through without being touched. I mean, I'm not, it sounds like I'm ripping the current defensemen, but they just don't have a lot of big-bodied defensemen that can ride a guy out of there or push a guy out of there or scare a guy out of there.
Yeah, but if you look even around the league, it's very rare now because everybody fronts defensemen and they get called for that little shove here.
But the intent of these two guys
to get them, especially Grossman, to absolutely push him out of the way more. Just make them pay the price. There was no price to be paid for hanging out in front of Brizgalov. I mean, you could have brought a basket and a blanket and get some Chickies and Pete's fries and hung out there and waited for something for a while.
They stand pat at the trade deadline, although you can argue that the trade deadline deals were a couple of weeks ago with Kabina and Grossman. So do you are they equipped to make a deep run?
They're equipped if the goalie plays well to. I mean, they score goals. I mean, that's the amazing part. What bothers me is the number of times they've given up 4 goals. I mean, right now, Brizgalov's given up 4 goals, 15 or 16 times? That means you're going to have to score 5 if this continues on the Rangers and the Bruins in the playoffs and Pittsburgh. I don't think that's going to happen. So no matter what happens, he's the key. I mean, it's as simple, it's as basic as that.
You don't think they're a turnover machine as compared to the Rangers? Bring the Rangers up, bring the Bruins up, bring your more defensive teams.
Right.
This team seems, not just the D, we blame Matt Carl a lot and such, but a turnover machine from mid-ice on in, whether it's Giroux, trying to home run.
Right. But why? From every time I've watched, whatever happens in hockey, it starts from there. Because your goaltender has given up 2 goals and you're behind 2-0, everything's more risky now. Everything changes. Your entire game plan changes.
Right.
When you get the puck behind, let's get going. And Laviolette plays a high-risk offense anyway. I mean, he is a high-risk coach.
Right, which takes away from the goalie argument a little bit, in my view, because you just mentioned before, they have 1-goal lead sometimes going into the third. They do get the lead. They don't change. No. The old Devils, that was it. The game stopped playing. I know it's not the old Devils and everything, but there is no change in strategy, it seems, at least from the naked eye.
No, he's pedal to the metal. You're going all out.
And he won the cup that way?
Oh, yeah.
Pedal to the
he's
so high risk.
High risk. We're going for it. We're not sitting back and waiting.